Ready for an adventure that welcomes everyone? Dive into Cache Odyssey. Cache Odyssey is 6 fully accessible geo tours where every geocache is designed for everyone, regardless of their abilities. Each hidden cache tells a unique story, bringing people together on a journey of discovery. With your support, we can make these inclusive adventures a reality. So, whether you're a seasoned geocacher or a new adventurer, get ready to experience the thrill like never before. Join us in creating truly accessible geo-tours. Support Cache Odyssey today.
If you have not become a patron of the Geocache Talk Network, what are you waiting for? Patron levels start as low as a Bison Tube level at $3 a month. To sign up is easy. Simply go to the Geocache Talk website and click on the Become a Patron button, or go to patreon.com/Geocache Talk. Patrons now get the famous Blackout coin, invites to special events, and other really great items throughout the year. Become a patron today. Have you subscribed to FTF Magazine yet? FTF Magazine is the #1 geocaching magazine available. It is a quarterly magazine that you can be part of. Submit your geocaching milestones and adventures to be published. FTF Magazine is also interactive with puzzles to solve and the hunt to find Spartacus. If you can solve the puzzle or find Spartacus, then you will be entered in to win a special pack tag. Every new subscription, you will receive a special swag pack. Subscribing is easy. Just visit FTF's website, ftfgeo.com. Don't miss out and subscribe today.
Logwork, the creators of the fantastic logbooks made with genuine write-in-the-rain paper. The logbooks designed for the micro-containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who'd rather go caching than doing cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's logwerk.com.
Calling all geocachers. At artedcrafted.com, we create unique apparel designed by geocachers for geocachers. From custom t-shirts to personalized mugs, our gear lets you express your passion. Stand out at your next event with artedcrafted.com. artedcrafted.com. Gear up for your next geocaching adventure.
All right. Big thanks to our new patrons, Math Seeker. Saw that she was in the chat room. And 1 in 7. Thank you to all patrons for keeping this show on the air. And I do mean that because they be some bills, and patrons help us to keep, they really do keep the show on the air because we've got, they come in, they don't stop. And so, we got to pay for stuff. So appreciate y'all. Got the normal crew along. Mr. Memphis Mafia.
Hey.
And the Pizza Ninja. No pizza tonight, though.
The Pizza Ninja, Gary.
The Pizza Ninja.
That's part of the title, The Pizza Ninja?
Yeah, it's kind of like that college football. You got to emphasize the.
Like
the Ohio State University.
Yeah, I've heard this time of season you just have that different emphasis on the. It's the.
Yeah, gotcha.
We're not talking about Pizza Odyssey tonight, but it's always a possibility in the future.
Oh man, I'm excited, Gary. Are we ready to talk about it and spill the beans on it?
No, we're not. All right, let's. But we do have time for this. All right, get us started, the Pizza Ninja.
Okay, thank you, Gary. So on this one, believe it or not, for Geo Woodstock, we're officially 6 months away. Can you guys believe that?
That's crazy.
I can't believe 6 months.
6 months for North America, for the United States, second Giga event, right?
That's right.
It's on pace. Come on. No. Audio listeners, Jesse is inappropriately giving air quotes.
Did the air bunnies?
Yeah, I did that as I intended.
You can't do
air appropriately implied. You may not agree with them.
No, I do not agree because
Look, I don't believe the first one existed.
Go Giga. It's going to go.
You're one of those people that believes the first Giga actually happened. I see. Now go ahead.
Hey, no. So here's where we are, my friend. Right, we're at 2,340 will attends right now.
It's insane.
Keeps on growing, man. Keeps on growing every single week on here. I mean, it's already exceeded the total number of Willitens from last year's Geo Woodstock. It's 6 months out. So, I mean, like, it's on pace, you know. So, all it has to do is to get over 3,000 Willitens marks. So, on that one, you know, if anybody's considering on going,
we're
log
at
that Williten,
23.
find out the information first.
We're now
There
at
was
2341, by the way. 2341.
2341. Wow. So
Still
somebody else
going.
just jumped on it too.
If you're going, or if you're planning to go, or if you might go, you know, if you're, you know, I suggest you go.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Who
That's
would
my
miss a
suggestion.
gig? Who would do that?
Nobody. That's
Of course
not a fake, even a real one.
Yeah.
Nobody even miss a real one. So
This is a legit one. So I mean, you do not want to miss this whatsoever.
all right, maybe this will be a real one. The first real one. I got you.
Yeah, and you know what? It's going to be a real one too, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm happy for us to be a sponsor of Geo Woodstock.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, absolutely.
we are. We're official sponsor.
Absolutely.
Were we a sponsor of this last Giga? See, that's what I'm telling you. If we weren't a sponsor of the last one, I know you're making it up. So go ahead. But we're a
You know,
sponsor.
I don't remember that one, Jesse. I don't remember that.
Because it didn't happen. Don't worry about it.
This one's going to happen, my friend.
You
It's
don't
gonna
remember
happen.
a Giga? Come on now. This is just fake.
Yeah.
Let's just move on with this fake news.
Yeah, watch it go gig and have Jesse still not be able to make it. Happy Hodag. Who
It's
knows,
a
man?
conspiracy against teachers. I know what it is. I read the conspiracy theory times. I know what's going on. They don't want teachers to be able to go. I see how it is. Just me
Oh.
specifically. It's just against me. Everybody else is fine.
Sorry.
It's
You
a
can go,
conspiracy
Jesse.
against me.
Just for the weekend. Gary said he's willing to pick you up at the airport on that
Yeah.
one. Have it on record, man. I'll be there with you. We'll pick you up. We'll take you there. You can sleep on the car ride. We'll carry you up to the hotel room, and then you'll be good to go for Saturday, the big day.
Yeah.
I'll have to. I'd have to fly in late.
Well, a lot of people are. Yeah. See, K Blast is going. He's a teacher. He's going. So there.
He lives right down the street. It doesn't count.
He lives
Yeah,
in
that
the-
doesn't really count. He can't. He doesn't have to fly in. He can just, you know,
I'm gonna try to do whatever I can.
he can walk there.
Fly in and fly out really quick because if a gig happens, I wouldn't want to miss it. So
You got to make it.
But they really need to move this to July. I'm sorry.
you know what?
Bring
That's
back-
the thing with Vegas, like we talked about before. There's no time to do them anymore. There's so many
No.
megas. There's really no
I
safe
love
time to do them. Because Cash
I
Fest
love
is usually
14er.
July. So you don't want Gigastock and Cash Fest being at the same time. You've got
No, Cash
there's
Fest
all
can
the
move.
summer megas.
Yeah.
It's in the bylaws of Geo Woodstock that they can choose between 4th of July and Memorial Day. And, well, again, 14er was 4th of July weekend, which was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It was the perfect time, in my opinion. But nobody listens to me. So,
Yeah.
That's okay.
Hey, and a question in the chat on this is true from Judy Vaughn, Mass Seeker, patron of the show, and just awesome person in general. Doesn't it have to have the 3,000 Willitens at least 4 months before the event? When we
No.
talked with the organizers just last week, we believe that date's actually in April on that one.
yeah. Yeah. So, not 4 months.
3 months.
I
No,
thought he said
that's
4
months.
4 weeks is what I thought, but
Mm.
it's not. It's not near what I thought either. It's not near.
Yeah.
now.
Well, let's just don't take a chance. Just go ahead and everybody put your Willitens, and then we'll know now.
Absolutely.
She is correct, but the biggest trick though is that it's 4 weeks. Judy's right. So
There's
Judy
no
said
perfect time for megas. There really isn't.
No,
Okay,
but
4
like you said, it interferes with graduations for some folks. And anyway, all right.
Yeah, but summer interferes. Everything interferes. There really is no perfect time to have a. It's not like there's one a year. I don't even know how many we're up to now, annual megas, but there's
Oh,
a
I don't
lot.
know. In the
And then
U.S.
one-offs
or
too, right? And they're just one at a time.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of
we
them.
have a lot of there's a lot of international ones too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. And I'm dropping in the chat right now the GC code for Geo Woodstock. So
nice. Thank you,
so
sir.
if you don't have it, you do now. You know, like we said, it's you should strongly consider attending. It's going to be an awesome time for sure. I know we're all going to be there. We're volunteering Jesse. Jesse will be there, even if we have to, like Mr. T on the A team, put something in his chocolate milk, and he suddenly appears in Morgantown, West Virginia.
Yeah, that's the crazy part is that, as the CFO here says, is that the other one that went giga, which Jesse doesn't. He's a denier. Was the same time as his other daughter graduating, and now
it
he's
was the
got the
same day and time as she graduated.
I know, that's crazy.
I mean, I can't. There's nothing I can do about that one. This one, she's not graduating that weekend, but it's still during school, so I'd have to fly out on a Friday and fly back on a Sunday.
Yeah, that's insane.
So what we're seeing is a correlation between Jesse's kids and Gigas.
Yeah,
maybe more gigas ever because I'm done. This is my last one. So
have you considered adopting, my friend?
Yeah, I was thinking adoption. I'd
adopt a few, but since Chrissy's watching, we'll talk about that later. We're not going to talk about that now. She's not convinced of that yet. So, hey, we already know our empty nester date. It's a defined date, so we know when our youngest is moving. So I'm going to be like Gary, just carefree, get to roam the country and stuff like that.
That's right. Yeah, just free and easy, baby. Every day is a Saturday for me now.
Professional geocacher, Gary. He's the first one.
Oh man,
easy like Sunday morning.
That's right.
We'll
all right.
So a few other things. We're talking megas, right? So
yes.
I don't know how many other people knew, but another awesome geocaching event just went live too. ASP Geobash went live.
Oh yeah.
So dropping the GC code in the chat on that one. It's got over 218 will attends on that one, which is awesome. A lot of people, going to that one. So another great event that people don't know. You may want to consider going to that one. I believe it is 1 week before Geo Woodstock, and I believe it's almost only 4 hours away from Geo Woodstock. So it could be an awesome week for people to
double
attend.
Up.
Gary, you might as well stay up there for that. And you're retired now, so
I know, I might as well.
Go to that one, go to the next one. Just move around like it's you can hit all the megas in the U.S. in 1 year.
Just roaming the countryside, doing doing events.
You think any one person has hit all the megas in the U.S. in 1 year?
Oh man, if somebody has, it's Marlin 01, and I don't know if he has hit all the megas. But from my understanding, talking with him, I think he's attended the most megas.
And he's done the most, right? Yeah.
In a single year, I believe it.
Followed by, who is it? Is it Space Coast, I think, after that?
They go to quite a few. I don't know they get to all of them because they're vending at every one of them. So that's a lot.
That's that's a lot. That's a lot of that's a lot.
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine doing every single one in 1 year.
It's one thing to go to one, but to try to vend at every one of them. I mean, my hat's off.
Even more. Yeah.
My hat's off to them.
Is a lot. I bet there's an overlap though, where you couldn't attend them all. There's got to be some overlap somewhere.
Yeah, you mean in the U.S. because there's obviously overlap with Europe.
There's overlap internationally, obviously, but I would assume in the U.S. there's either ones that are close to each other. I know they tried not to make them on the same weekend, right? But it's a lot of travel.
It's international. They don't care. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What else?
One last item for me.
Yeah.
I promise. One last item. If they don't know how many people heard of the Happy Holidays Mission 2024 on here.
Yes.
This looks like a fun time. Have you guys ever done this? The Happy Holidays Mission with
I haven't actually ever done it. I've always just watched it. I've never done it.
I've seen it, see them discussing it, and I saw that, and I asked if we could talk about it, and I never got a response back, but I guess we did get a response back from Deadliest Cacher said, go for it. So here we are. It's a cool thing, and we've got a link, by the way. Go ahead. Keep talking about it. I just want to mention we do have a link. So after the show's over, you can check out check out the link and you can go become part of this, which is awesome.
Yeah. Which it's really cool because I know we're talking happy holidays gifts tonight, and gifts for cachers. And I mean, how cool is it if you can connect? It almost reminds me of like a pen pal from back in the days, right? Where you
That's
get
what I always
assigned
thought about it.
somebody,
Yeah. How
they
cool
get
is that,
assigned
though?
to you. You do that geocoin exchange. You can add a personal touch with like cards. You can certainly send a little bit more if you want to on that side. But what a cool thing. And the people involved in it are not just in the United States. Some of them are international and abroad too on this one. But yeah, as Gary highlighted in the banner, you only need to send one non-activated trackable geocoin, no micros, no travel tags, and a nice Christmas card. So, onto that, it's sure to be, very happy and share a lot of cool feelings with a lot of cool people on that one. So
It sounds awesome. And we've talked to them before about it, and I don't know why. Every year I just put it off and don't ever get around to it. But it sounds so cool.
Yeah.
Yep. A lot of people, Seabeck Tribe doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Joe's going to do it, doing the holiday mission.
She said you had to sign up yesterday to join.
Oh, we missed it.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Oh, well.
If we did, man, such a bummer because it just sounds like a cool time for sure.
I know. Once again, I put stuff off and didn't do it in time. I blame Gary.
There you go. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm not sure how yet, Gary, but this is your fault.
Yep, it is. It's all my fault.
Wait, is this on Gary's new side business? Blame Gary?
Yeah.
Where you get to hire him and blame him for something?
That's his job. He'll professionally take the blame for something.
Yeah.
I will. I'll take it.
Think how many people that could help out. Look, it's not my fault. This Gary guy did it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Absolutely.
Yep. And then the last item, we get the show continued with the topic, but we are just a couple weeks away. Yeah, we're not far away from Podcast to Hope. How many days are we away? We're not that far. Where's bringing my calendar? Next, not this Saturday, but the Saturday after.
Mm-hmm.
A week from Saturday.
Yes.
Week from Saturday, Podcast to Hope. Fantastic all-star lineup. You're going to love it. It's amazing. I'm very excited about all our guests. I know I'm saying that every year, but this is a great bunch. And please take a look at the graphic for it, and definitely pick times that you would like to watch. Please give any hour you'd like to give. Some people give once an hour because then they're kind of in that they'd like to win a prize, and why not? So you can take whatever you were planning to give for St. Jude, and you can split it up and do it. Do a gift once an hour. You would go to podcastofhope.com. If you can't make it on the night of it, the link is open now. It's also open after the show. So just to let you know that podcastofhope.com is available pretty much year round. We do, they do have us switch to the next quote year within St. Jude. There's a campaign deadline, and then we just start another campaign. So I think it's in July we switch it, but we try to we try to make sure we do the campaign around this period of time. So you can give now if you're not going to be able to make it. We take the people that give early and we put them into the very first drawing for the very first hour. So you're part of it. We don't exclude you if you give early. You're available or eligible to win. We have some cool prizes. John has got sort of at least some of the prizes that he's going to be sharing on social media. We've got a bunch, and they're fun, and we really appreciate the vendors. We appreciate all of the people who give, not just to St. Jude, but also give for the show and for the prizes, because that is sort of another aspect of it that I think sometimes goes unappreciated or maybe not mentioned as often. But we really thank those folks. People have given, like Direwolf gives every year. He gives 1 year membership to geocaching, and so it's a small thing, but yet it's just great. We have people who give coins. Arted Crafted's given T-shirts again once an hour. Space Coast giving away geocoins for 3 hours. So excited for all our folks. Just a quick note: we've got Heather. She was the National Geographic Adventurer of the Year 2019. Fascinating story. And she's written some books about her adventures as well. Brian, president, co-founder of geocaching.com, will be on 6 p.m. 7 p.m. We've got Joshua and we've got Roxy and Ains, who are HQ graphic artists. So we can find out about that and how they do the graphics for HQ. My friend I talked to today, Andrew, Basis for Light to Fire. They just had another album drop Thursday, and it's I think the kids call it slapping. It slaps? Is that, am I getting it right?
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Okay, I shouldn't do that. It rocks. How
you just
about
had
that?
like a bunch of people hang up on us. So.
I'm old enough to say that it rocks. So
there you go. That works. That works.
That works better. Jeff with the Trek Planner, cool YouTuber. He has found some unbelievable things in the desert. I mean, we all think there's probably crazy stuff in the desert. Wait till you hear stories about Jeff could tell you about what he's found out in the middle of nowhere. And then, of course, we're going to wrap up with we got Coins for Kids. We got Neil and Jason. They've sent me some new video, some new photos and everything. So that's really cool. We've got some more to talk about with them. And yep, Podcast of Hope. Definitely you can give at any time on that. And so, all right, let's get into tonight's show. This was brought to us by Nicole B Genius. I think she's in the chat room tonight.
She is.
But she suggested, there she is. She's talking about the holiday mission. But Nicole's in our she sent and this is we talk about this, and Jesse mentions this a lot. He goes, "Hey, send us emails. We read your emails. We like your suggestions. Here's an example. This show was suggested by Nicole. She goes, "Hey, y'all haven't done a holiday show in a long time about holiday gifts. So here we are. We're going to start with we're going to talk about holiday gifts, and this is brought to you by Be Genius." So thank you, Nicole.
That's right.
So where do you want to start us, John?
Oh man, I don't know about you guys, but this was a tough show because for geocaching, there's so many types of gifts that you can give to people. But I think sometimes it depends upon their role, right? And what they're doing and how they're getting involved in geocaching, because everybody's got their different styles too on this one. So I think it's good to kind of think about, different people's styles and people's different approaches onto this one as well too. So I think on here, I know the one I like to think of is like the adventurous cacher. I don't know about you guys, but to me, I think an adventurous cacher may want different things than other cachers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. You kind of, but there's some things that I think go are really kind of in the wheelhouse for a geocacher. So I think we're. Oh, by the way, somebody gave to Amber gave to Podcast to Hope. Thank you, Amber, so much
Oh, thank you.
for
That's
giving.
awesome.
We mentioned it before, but again, it goes straight to St. Jude. So
Yeah.
we don't.
100%.
Yeah, we don't skim off the top, or we don't touch them. We don't touch the. It doesn't get. It's not going to get lost in handling because it goes straight to St. Jude. It doesn't even come to us at all. So we do
Right.
get credit
Don't have to
for
do that.
it. Yeah, so that's the cool thing. And I've got behind us, I'll get it down later, but I've got our Spotify or Tiltify, which is the thing we do the campaigns with, and we get sort of a credit, I guess you could call it. I mean, and they give us pins to put on our banner. So
I
thank
don't
you
think
so much.
credit's the right term, right? Because it sounds like there's something monetary involved with it, but
Not credit,
it's
yeah.
more recognition for
Recognition.
Yeah.
geocaching as a community, right? Like it's Geocache Talk's names on there, but we're the geocaching part of the gamer. I know that sounds weird for us being the gamer community, but we're under the gamer category.
Yeah.
So we're kind of representing geocachers under the gamer category of the charitable giving.
Yeah. And I think, you're right on, Jesse. It's one of those things. I mean, really, what's done is it's a geocaching community coming together,
Yes.
on this one for sure.
It's our fundraiser. We're a top fundraiser with Tiltify, and they give us a little pin.
You get a pin. So that's
You get a pin, which is cool.
yeah.
It
There's
shows
nothing
that-
monetary involved. It's just recognition, if nothing
Yeah,
else.
it's recognition. Like you said. So it's got the 7.5 thousand, 10,000, 25,000, and 50,000. We've actually raised 75,000, but we weren't with Tiltify initially. So
Mm-hmm.
Geocache Talk Network has raised 75,000. We've raised over 50 with our Tiltify buddies.
Yeah.
Our gamer friends, and their fundraisers. Tiltify, by the way, I'm gonna go look, but so I don't get the numbers wrong, but they've raised a goodly amount. The gamers for St. Jude.
That's
It's in
good.
the millions. I'll go find it in a little bit. So, anyway, back to the show.
So Gary, you were talking, instead of going for the adventure, like kind of cacher, you were thinking more of like some gifts that would actually be like good holiday gifts for like any cacher out there.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's some items that I think are, I think we'll get into those here in a minute, but there's some gifts out there that I think are geocaching adjacent that I think are useful for, like you said, the what you call them, the adventurous cacher.
Yeah, some people that like a little bit more adventurous, like element to caching, like maybe they like to go
like
out on
that. Start
trails.
there and
maybe
then
do some
expand out.
overnight. What's that, Jesse?
Yeah, start there and then expand out, right? That's kind of the tip. That's not everybody, but we can start there because that's kind of the wild stuff, and then expand out to everybody from there.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
a multi-tool. So the first one you want to start with, multi-tool?
Yeah, I think multi-tools are a great one to gift.
Yeah.
Because I think it's one of those things, like as you're going out there, I mean, it's handy for doing like trail maintenance, it's handy for helping to repair stuff. It just comes in handy in many different ways that a good multi-tool is something that I don't know about you guys, but I find like when somebody gives one to you or you gift one to someone, it's something that they may not, buy for themselves, but they're very interested in what they have.
Yeah, it's one of those presents you don't really buy, but a lot of times, but you do get it gifted, and then you use it all the time.
Absolutely, yeah,
Exactly. It's the Swiss Army knife of gifts. Get it? Swiss Army.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Right.
and you know what? Multi-tools have advanced quite a bit from the old school Swiss Army knife too, right? There's tons of things. I mean, you think about just for geocaching. Some of them even have little bitty flashlights on, like little bitty ones, right? But what you have on your phone, but tweezers are usually in there. There's a lot of things that are geocaching related that are very specific to what we need. it's cache repair, opening, opening things. There's a lot of stuff that's there, and it's I would say we do a whole show talking about, like Cable, I said, what should I have on it? Everything. So,
Yes.
however, I think you could do a whole show on what's the best, multi-tool.
Oh yeah,
because
absolutely.
depending on your style of caching, what you're going to do, that's like saying what for the adventurous cacher, what tools do you need in your Jeep? Well, a shovel, you need a chainsaw, depends on what kind of terrain you're in, right? You need all those things. That's not all going to fit on a multi-tool. However, a multi-tool is a good start, I think. Because it's so compact, you can do a lot of things in one. And for geocachers, we want to carry, of course, you want everything with you, but you can't have everything. I went overboard. I have like 8 different, I've got a set of 8 different tweezers. I can't carry 8 tweezers with me everywhere I go, right?
Come on, you can.
But that multi-tool is great because you can put it in your backpack. It only, they usually weigh just a couple ounces, and you have a bunch of tools in one place. Because we can easily overpack for a hiking trip. And I'm sure John can go on forever about that. But
so often, though, I know in our group, we're always turning to Don because he carries his multi-tool. And that's exactly Scott's right on it. There's plenty of times when you got to pry open something, especially a rusted Altoid container. Paint your Altoid containers, people. If you're going to use an Altoid container, which Jesse will tell you don't use them, but
you know what? They can be done right if you're going to maintain your cache. That's
painted.
Don't do anything that you're not going to maintain, but especially not the razor blade of death, the Altoid container, right?
Rust-Oleum. Yeah, but
you can make one nice, and you can make them painted up, and you could even do tape on it and stuff like that. If you're going to maintain it, that's great. But if you're just going to toss it and leave it, that's terrible. That's a whole different show. But which we've talked about many times before. But that's a perfect thing. Don't get tetanus. Use something to pry it open and put your note on there. Exactly. It needs to be maintenance, and move on.
There's hundreds of times when you're like, oh. I grabbed the cache, but guess what? I broke the string that it's attached to. Oh, great. Well, I've got string. Does anybody have a multi-tool? You can, you can make the, put the tether, fixing tethers. I mean, there's a billion things you can come up with. Maybe not a billion, but you get the idea.
No, but it's one of those things too. If you have a tool like that, there's certain things when you're in a situation, you will use it, and then you'll realize the importance of it, and know use it for future purposes. And I like Scott just put in the chat too on here, tweezers and needle nose pliers. Yeah, absolutely. I've used needle nose pliers a lot while caching for my multi-tool on that side. And those have come in
scissors and screwdrivers and all the little stuff they have in there.
Just to wrap up what I was talking about before, so I can close the screen and move on. But this year, St. Jude Play Live, which we're part of that campaign, we're part of that group, so we can say, we're part of this group, that our group has raised $3.5 million. Our goal this year was $2 million. We've raised 3.5 to battle childhood cancer. So thank you, St. Jude Play Live group, and thanks to everyone who's going to be part of that group and by giving to Podcast of Hope.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome.
Right, so go ahead. For adventurous cachers, because I know we're going to split out into the old ones.
Yeah.
Multi-tool, I think, is the best cost-effective present if you're going to buy one for an adventurous cacher.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to expand out and spend a little more, like somebody mentioned a ladder, those aren't super expensive. But the ones that telescope down, up and down, those things are awesome. They cost a couple $100, I think, for those. Those things are awesome if you have the space. I'll tell you one that I got gifted to me, and you can assume what you want on why I got gifted to me. But the spot, the GPS unit, where if you're in trouble in the mountains, you can.
Very cool.
That's a little more money, and it comes with a subscription. But if you have a loved one that's an adventurous cacher and they do stupid things, in the wilderness, That's a really good thing to have. It's not as cost effective for a gift as a multi-tool. However, it's the tool that you hope you never need to use, right? It's one of those. Although they're handy for other things too. We've talked about those before, but you send messages. I'm on the trail, I'm off the trail, coming down from the mountain, that kind of stuff. But
it's critical though. I mean,
yes.
To get we joke about it, but really, I mean, think about the poor soul that was in Louisiana who passed away. I think he probably passed away of heat exhaustion. If he had something like that, he could have pushed a button and maybe
possibly could have gone differently. Yeah,
could have saved his life.
Yeah.
So,
but for those adventurous cachers, you have to think of stuff like that, right? Like, because not everybody can cache with a buddy all the time, even though that's the number one thing you can get for an adventurous cacher, a buddy to cache with. That will save his life more times than his or her life more times than any other time, right? Cache in pairs if you're going to be doing stupid or adventurous things, which is fun. Well, don't get me wrong. But
no, look at. I mean, John was out in the middle of nowhere, and fortunately, you weren't alone though, right?
No, I was with our ex-county warden at the time and a couple other people. So, but it was still helpful because on that one, in getting out, it identified, a route because you can do a satellite map. So on that one, I was able to pick up, an old farm road that intersected in, and knew with the people with me that it would just be like a half mile out to the road to get picked up. So, on that one, that was very helpful. But even, comfort and ease of mind with something like that, when you can hit that, that puts you in a lot better spot mentally, because I mean, what's the worst thing you can do sometimes when you're outdoors and things don't go right is panic,
Yeah.
And having a tool like that will prevent you from panicking if you can use it at any time and use some of the features as well too. So certainly I think it's something that everybody should consider if they have somebody who likes to go out solo wise on longer hikes. That is a great thing to have on that one. I do want to share something else that I think is good too for the adventurous cacher is hiking poles on that side. I know I have my hiking poles, and they also become a tool of the trade on that one to use too. Like I know when Kate Blast and I were doing the pizza trail, I knew something that had to get pulled down. And with my extendable hiking pole, I just went, put it in the loop, pulled it down, got it,
Perfect.
And I don't know if I've ever told you guys this trick. Sometimes what I'll do too is I'll actually bring out some zip ties, and if I have to reach something really far, I'll actually zip tie 2 extended hiking poles together.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And then use that to figure something out. And
I've never done that.
Yeah, I'll tell you, when you do it, you're just like, okay, I'm so thankful I had that, because it makes things a heck of a lot easier for sure.
No, I use hiking poles a lot, mainly coming down from the mountains, especially when it was a little bit icy, but not all the way icy. So just those little spots, it's always good to be able to use those coming down. It saves you a bunch of landing on your rear end.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good one. So also in that, we should mention that sort of falls in the outdoor gear category would be the durable gloves. It's so you don't have to, especially depends on what part. Really, it kind of works anywhere. I was thinking to be part where you are, but if you're in the Southwest, if you're in Texas, you don't want to stick your hand in a hole because snakes. So you kind of use the hiking pole, like you said earlier, John. You can use that, poke it. But if there's no snake in there, though, you might still want to wear a durable glove to so you don't get your hand all cut up and stuff when you're trying to reach in to grab a cache.
Yeah, absolutely. And even like up here in the north, you guys don't have these, right? These types of hides. The local Department of Public Works will have an old snow plow out, and sometimes they'll paint it up with the logo or something like that.
Right.
But usually those are very rusty, and it's usually something small and magnetic that you can't see.
Oh yeah.
So if we're having gloves like that to reach around on that very rusty, sharp, like metal is a good thing to have just in general. I mean, even if you can use those on like old metal bridges too and other things, I mean, those can certainly save your hands and keep you a lot more safe.
Not a lot of snow plows down here in Florida, but there are rusty metal things all over the place. So that's
I wonder if there's at least one somewhere. Maybe not. No, there isn't one.
Not sitting out. I'm sure they have some snow plows somewhere packed away, but in case Armageddon time, right? But
well, I'll tell you, snowplow caches don't like outpace LPCs up here, but they are a thing.
That's funny,
right? Yeah, I bet you have at least one snowplow in New York. At least one.
Yeah, at least, Gary. Yeah.
At least 1 million snowplows. Okay. How about where do you want to go next?
Let's see what. So we kind of talked about adventures, and we could talk about that probably all day long. You think maybe just why don't we go to just the general? Okay. So just everyday cacher. Make sure we get that in because that's the largest portion, right? Like all of us are cachers at some, without going into specifics, because we could probably niche down into stuff all night long. But what about just the general everyday cacher? What is your number one thing that you think out of the list we kind of compile? What's your number one thing? And I can tell you mine, but y'all go first.
From the everyday.
On the spot.
Okay, you're gonna go first, Gary. Or you want me to?
No, go ahead. I'm just thinking. Go ahead.
Okay.
You go ahead.
I'm gonna say for an everyday cacher, a good pen is what I'm gonna put out there. And I'm gonna go. I love my space pen that I use.
Okay.
Because on that one, like how many things you go to sign and like your normal pen just does not leave anything on it, especially if it's like damp or anything else. My space pen is one of those things, like if I have a new caching friend, I recommend it to them. Sometimes they'll actually buy one, or a good pen and be like, this is probably your tool of the trade that you're going to use the most, and having a good quality one is going to definitely improve your caching experience.
If you can keep up with it.
Yes. I'm going to I'll put into our notes, but I will tell you the greatest pen you can buy for under $10. Yes. And is the Unipower Tank ballpoint pen. The thing will last for, I guarantee it. What my guarantee is worth, I don't know, but it lasts forever. I don't know what is in it's got to be space age alien ink. I think it's ink they got from Mars.
Oh.
The Unipower Tank ballpoint pen. Seriously, the thing will last forever. So if you're looking for a pen that lasts for a lifetime, there you go.
Now. I don't know this pen. I think I need to go check it out.
Yeah. So, well, here's the funny part. We got one of these pens. Susan and I got one of these Unipower Tank Power ballpoint pens. It's hard to say. And I think our first, I'd have to ask her. I know it's over 1,000. I think it was maybe 1,200 caches that we signed logs on. Our first 1,200 caches, we signed with one pen. And this pen was the pen.
Wow.
And it's still, when it ran out, we were like, how could it run out? We've only used it for 6 years. I don't understand what the problem is. There you go.
I'm going to look into this, but I think I've lost 3 pens this week. So I don't know if this is the best gift for me.
Me too.
But we'll see.
You know what?
Not paid promotion, by the way. That's not a paid promotion. We need to
get one of the pens for Jesse with like the loop around the neck for him.
Yes, with the little lanyard around it. Yes,
that would be the gift for you, my friend.
I do still have a geocaching Katie pen I use.
There you
Isn't that
go.
cool? And I still have our very first pin for the show, Jesse. I still
Oh my
have
gosh, I haven't
one.
seen that one in a long time.
I have one
Wow.
left, and this is it. Geocache Talk podcast. I made those for 14er and gave
Yeah,
them
that
out
was
at
forever
14er
ago, it seems like.
long time ago, but I still have one. This is the one. So, anyways,
Nice.
all right, pin. I love pin. Is a great idea.
Yeah. Oh, no. It's your turn, Gary, right? Because Pin was John's.
Yep.
You just expanded on it.
I expanded on it, but yeah. What do you guys think about something like um, a mobile accessory, like something that I really like in my. I don't know why everybody doesn't have one of these, but some people don't. I don't understand, but I have one, and it's probably not. There's probably better ones. So let me preface, but I like my phone mount. It sticks into my it's on my
Yes.
it's in my car, but it
Mm-hmm.
sticks into the one of the vents, air conditioning vents. So it's a little bit kind of
I have
weird, but
never
it
been
works
able to
great.
find a good one. And I don't know if it's because I live in areas that are hot and it comes off or what, but for the Jeep, I've never found a really good one. I have bought so many of those things and none of them have ever worked. Now, maybe it's because I've been in hot climates, I've been in cold climates, extreme climates. Maybe it's because I go off road in my Jeep and it bounces around too much. I've never
Yeah,
I've never done the cup holder one, but I've, all the dashboards and then
I've
I've
seen the
never
cup
found
holder
one that
one.
works for me.
Oh
Now,
man.
one thing I do also, which I don't know, somebody will say you shouldn't do that, but on the back of my phone, I do have a Mophie, which is my
Yeah.
power thing, but I put a piece of metal that they give you for it. So
Mhm.
when I put this onto my
Oh, yeah.
dash, well, it's not the dash, it's on my vent, which
Mhm.
is, but it stays in place, and even on some, going down some county roads here in Texas, which we bounce around some. I mean, it's not like Jesse's Jeep type situation, but still, they're not, they're dirt roads. They've got a little roughness to them.
No, yeah, I
It
like it.
usually stays in place.
Yeah, no, but that makes sense because I mean, it's just when you're out caching and you want to make sure you like get right up on ground zero if you're driving there, and especially if it's park and grab rather than like parking 100 feet off or something, you know?
Yeah.
Apple CarPlay helps. So if you've
Yes,
got that,
I'm
you can
thankful for that one.
ride right to it. Yeah. And there's more improvements that'll come in that in the future too. So it's hard to beat that.
Oh man, and I can't wait. Okay, my Christmas one, and I don't know if the new version of Cashly is out there. If I had to write Dear Santa a letter, Dear Santa / Nick, can't wait for Apple CarPlay and Cashly. And I don't know if that integration's out there already. Shout it out in the chat room. Love to see it. But that is probably one of the biggest things I'm excited about coming up.
Now, that Nick at Cashley. That's Saint Nick to you, sir.
Yes, Saint Nick.
Same
That's
thing. I
Saint.
love it. Which, you know what? That kind of actually fits with my pick.
Okay.
So, and I have personally bought this many times for cachers, many different cachers. Now, to qualify, it's usually for newer cachers or, and it fits in the subscription category. So, I bought
Okay.
a premium subscription for many people before.
Oh, cool.
Some that are in my family, I have recurring. I just go ahead and keep it because I want them to stay premium, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one, but I want to expand that to Project GC. So if you have somebody brand new, you obviously want to get them on
Oh yeah.
premium, right? But
Yeah.
Project GC and Cashly, those are the other two. I used to buy Cashly for people, like because it was a one time, and I
Yeah.
bought it for several people. They're like, I'm going to get into Cashly, and I start showing them. I'm like, no, I'm just going to buy you Cashly real quick. It's like $5, so I would just buy it for. I'm like, just start with this app because this is the one you're going to want to use. So just start with this, even from brand new. Don't even worry about getting used to the other app. But now Project GC is one for people that have been into caching for a little bit. They know how to use caching and Cashly and everything else. But
Yep.
you get them a membership for that, and they're going to be, especially if they haven't really gotten to the data side of it yet,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be amazed, and they're going to spend tons of hours. And if they have a snuggle muggle, they're going to hate you. But it doesn't matter because it's a great gift that you can spend. kind of when you're thinking of a gift, you think of like time of use versus money, like that ratio, right? Like you spend
Right.
20 bucks on something, they use it for 20 hours. You got some use out of that, right? You buy somebody a book, so they might spend a few hours doing it or whatever. But Project GC, they will renew it the next year. I doubt anybody's gonna have Project GC and then cancel it. Like, I don't really want to know what's going on with geocaching. I'm just gonna fly blind. It's okay. No, you get addicted to that immediately. So for a pretty
It is
cheap,
awesome.
I don't even know what Project GC costs for a year anymore. Because I just auto
About
renew
20
it 2 or 3 years at a time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, me too.
It's about $24. That's not
That
bad.
is a gift that keeps giving for a cash, especially somebody that's never gotten into it before. The world that you're opening up to them, oh my gosh.
Well,
crazy.
and yeah, you're right. Opening up it like levels up your game over almost immediately. Like if you're a video
Yes.
game character, and all of a sudden like you want to like just proceed and level up. It's like, man, once you get that premium account through geocaching.com, your Project GC membership and Cashly.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's like the geocaching world just like opens up like immediately for you.
Right.
I love it. No,
If
that's
you want to
awesome.
get really nerdy, you could also talk about subscriptions. You could get, FTF magazine, but that's somebody that's been cashing for a little while, right? Like your brand new first year casher is probably not going to do FTF. They don't really know a lot yet, even though they might. That's
Right.
more into it, but which is a shame because you can get those first milestones in there pretty easy if you send them. So FTF is kind of cool about that, but I would still hit Project GC and Cashly over, premium membership over anything else.
A couple of comments in the chat room. Lori says that they have a Black Friday sale going on. So
What? Sweet.
Project GC has a Black
nice.
Friday sale. So
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. So the campaign activated 11/22, ends on 12/3. So that's cool. Somebody asked about Katie. I talked to her the other day. She's doing great. She's she geocaches, probably not as much as she used to, but she's doing well. So I'm glad you asked about old Katie. She's great, and she highly recommends our guest that we're going to have on, Heather from the National Geographic Adventure of the Year. So absolutely. Nate's got his Super Nate's giving away a premium membership for their event every year. That's cool. And Project GC, another great gift. We always provide Super Nate with some little trinkets to kind of help out and to for their little for his event. So that's really cool. All right. Where shall we go next?
Well, before we move on, so think about the gifts you've given, because we have a list of a bunch, and they'll be available in the notes for everybody who wants gift ideas, right? We're not going to be able to hit all of them tonight. Have you ever bought geocoins for other people as like a gift? Not an award for an event or anything, but just like as a gift. The only ones I can remember doing is I bought ones, and I don't mean my immediate family, like, the kids. I bought them a bunch of stuff, but milestones. I've done the milestone ones. I bought those for people that, in their first couple milestones, especially if I helped them get started geocaching, the 100, 500, stuff like that. But I can't think of really buying tons of, other than like at an event where you buy something for somebody, but that would be actually a pretty cool gift for somebody that's into geocoins. Like buy some specialized gifts for them.
Yeah. No,
is there still like a geocoin of the month club? Is that still out there?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that could be a really cool thing. But you're right, Jesse. I mean, getting those for newer cachers too. I mean, those milestone ones. Because I don't know about you guys, but that's really when I think my mind opened up on like what geocoins were. With those early milestone coins, and then it really opened up everything from there.
And those are so exciting. Like when you first hit your first 100,
yes,
you're like, holy crap. And you see people that have like thousands, you're like, that doesn't even make any sense. I'll never be there. I'll never get 500,
Right.
But when you hit that first 100, you're like, I'm a pro. Like this is this is something's going to catch on.
Yeah.
This is great.
I've got a few cheesy promotion here, but I'm thinning my herd, so you're going to see a few. This is one that's kind of cool. I gave these an option for patrons. I sold one on to one of the patrons. I gave them the first option. Again, if you're a patron, you get first dibs on things. Yep. Okay, Blast. Yeah, buy some Geo Woodstock. Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's genius. Buy somebody a package like that, even if they're not going, right? That's
Yeah.
great.
That's perfect. So just real quick, I've got, I don't know if you remember, you've probably done this, Jesse, a long time ago, but the 24-hour, find one per hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of a cool coin.
Yeah, that's a nice coin.
I know that John has been salivating over my ASP one. So I got an ASP.
Yeah, that's a
I
nice one.
put my offer out there, Gary. I have not heard back from you on that one.
Your offer was rejected, sir.
Oh,
I need more than a slice of pizza.
Rejected.
No, I said 2 slices of pizza, Gary. They weren't
2 slices now. Okay.
They weren't micro slices. They were between.
Do I hear 4? Do I hear 4 slices? What
I
hear
slices?
now? Here we go. I got 2. I got 2. I got 2. I got 2 for 2
I
slices.
will do 4 slices for that coin, Gary. 4 slices.
Anyway, and I got some rose coins and stuff anyway. So, all right, enough of that. But
Well, I love the idea of what Kate was just saying. Get a Woodstock package. That's great.
Oh, I love that.
You have all kinds of stuff, and especially, if they're a seasoned cacher, that's obviously a great gift. If they're a newer cacher, though, that may open up a whole new world of megas to them or whatever else. Like, hey, this is kind of the stuff that's at a mega, just kind of showing. And it's a great gift because it's cheap, it supports the event, and not just Geo Woodstock, right? Not just because we're trying to obviously we're hyping Geo Woodstock up because it sounds like an awesome event, but any of the megas,
oh yeah,
it already goes to something good, bringing more megas in, right, and fun to the mega. But also, it's usually a generally cool collection of shirts and coins and stuff that you can only get that one time. So that's a great idea.
I love this. Is one of my favorite coins of all time, Jesse. Is this coin
don't
from
even start
14?
that. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Gosh, that was a great one.
That was a
Gary,
huge one too.
Pizza of your choice for that coin.
What's that?
I will buy you a pizza of your choice for that coin.
For this one? Oh no,
for that one.
No.
Yes.
Not for sale. But isn't that genius?
Not for sale?
Not for sale. This is in the back is so cool. Let me see. Make sure cover it up.
So how long would it take you? And I'm asking both of you this, and it's totally getting off topic, but
yeah,
so
if you had to go through your whole coin collection and pick your top 10, how long would that
do
take?
That one night.
No,
this isn't my top.
Gary. I can't pick my top 10 out of all the coins I got. There's
you
no
can
way.
Do it.
No, couldn't do it at all.
Come on.
That's a tricky topic, but I do
have probably top 3.
I think a key component of top 10 criteria would be that personal collection or connection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you get coins where people are like, "Hey, here's this coin," but when it's that very personal connection, which I think ties back into the gift, I mean, that's what really drives it to a top coin in my mind.
I don't have a huge collection like some people do, right? I have several coins, but I don't have a huge collection. 80% of mine, probably higher, but 80% of mine have some personal connection. I don't just generally buy coins just like, oh, it's shiny, let me buy it. Almost all of mine have been either from an event I went to and I really enjoyed it. Oh,
different
that one
finishes.
Yeah. Or
different finishes. John, different finishes too, buddy. Look at that.
Oh man, that's nice, Gary. So you're saying you're going to part with that other one and keep that one?
No, sir, Bob. But you're right. Keep going, Jesse. I'm sorry. No, you're right. These bring back such great memories.
Because that's every one of those of my top maybe 25 or 50 has a story to it.
Yeah.
Every one of them does.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a few that I got from trading or whatever else that are, that are just really pretty or whatever, but most of them have a story. Either it was handed to me by the owner or, I got from an event or won or something like that. So those are all, that's too hard. That's too hard of a show.
Mega volunteer coins.
Yeah, volunteer coins. Come on now. Those
Andrew
are,
says is a good one.
Yeah.
And Scott says that we do a top 5 would be a good topic for another show. That's
a tough one.
Yeah. for another show.
Another show.
That's for another show. But good suggestion, Scott.
You have to keep it down because there have to be a story with each one of them.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
so
you'd
true.
have to. Yeah, we'd
Yeah.
go for days, but yeah. So what else? What else on our holiday gifts? Y'all want to? So let me let me jump over real quick, and then we'll get into some other. I think I want to get into some stocking stuffers. We're starting to run out of time.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
I do want to mention again, sort of cheesy plug for Geocache Talk, but we do have our shop is up. We're adding. We continue to add items, and we're going to be continuing to add items. We've got a huge one that I can't spill the beans on. At least I've been told. Maybe I could. No,
Yeah,
I'm getting.
no, Gary.
I'm getting.
No, definitely not yet.
I'm getting a little. I'm getting a little.
No.
I get a lot of nods back side to side, telling me I cannot share the big news about what's going to be one day in the store.
Gary. Let's stick to our one epic project at a time.
Okay,
Yeah, really.
Project out there.
All right.
There's only so much we can do at one time.
They have to wait.
So that tells you that there's something big that I'm not spilling beans on. So there. Just want to. I want you people to understand the suffering I'm going through here because it's epic. It's epic, and I can't share it. The things I can share, though.
We'll have to do a show one time of all the epic plans that did not come to light.
Did not go through.
There are some that were like, this is going to be awesome. We found out, ooh, that's either impossible, illegal, or is not a good idea.
Yeah.
And those things happen. But,
Geocaching
that's probably like
Academy.
an After Dark show that we haven't done in like 5 years.
Yeah, the After Dark or the Geocaching Academy. Educational stuff.
There are not beans in the shop yet, but never say never, my friend.
No, not yet. But there are some stuff in the shop. So still have the games, the card game, Cache Masters. It will ruin your geocaching friendships, but in a good way. So those are available. There's not many left. I got like 14 of those. So, and then I got some paintings, which are kind of nice, something different. Merry Cashmas, my little gnome friend is going to tell you Merry Cashmas. So I lowered the price on those because they're cool and they're very specific, I think, to seasonal. So it's kind of a seasonal thing. So I got a couple of those. And I put out there's 2 or 3 paintings now, and I've got the game. The game's a lot of fun. I've had really good reviews of that.
Very good stocking stuffer.
Yeah, it's a good stocking stuffer. And it's a party game, and so we're kind of coming to that part of the year when people go do parties and events. So it's not I wouldn't say there's not really any strategy, but
yes, there is.
There's some
strategy to it. Yeah,
there's some strategy.
You can play it with non-cashers too. So we played it at Cache, and there was people. Yeah. I mean, there were several people around the table, and it was a lot of fun.
That was
yeah. It was it was neat. It's a blast.
I think I would buy that coin.
Create a coin with beans being spilled. That's funny, Lori. Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, so stocking stuffers. What else for stocking stuffers?
Thanks, Lori. Yeah, stocking stuffers. Gosh, there's so many great stocking stuffers. I know, John, you came up with some great ones. The notes are tremendous. So I will mention the top one in our stocking stuffer section. Go ahead. You want me to go ahead?
Yeah, go for it, Gary.
I'm sorry. I thought I don't want to jump over. I don't want to jump over top either, buddy. So stickers. I've got. They're not available for sale, but they are available as part of our campaign. But you can get a Cache Odyssey sticker. So those are cool. They're still available if you want to donate to Cache Odyssey to pay for things like all the stamps for they're all leather they're all leather. They're all letterbox hybrids. Talk tonight. So if you'd like to donate to our cause, you can still donate to Cache Odyssey. That campaign is still available. We basically paid for the tours, so the tours are set for the next 3 years. And we'll talk more next week about Cache Odyssey. We're gonna reveal. We're gonna spill the beans and tell you about everything. Yeah.
Well, almost everything, but yeah,
pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close to everything.
Yeah.
But if you'd like so again, stocking stuffers would be path tags. So I got the Cache Odyssey path tag. So whoop, is it upside down? Upside down. Sorry about that.
Oh.
Cache Odyssey is available. So that's a nice little, and you're donating. So that's a cool one.
Nicole mentions UV lights. That's very good for
very cool.
Scott said tweezers. That's another good one. Those are cheap and easy to fit in a stocking. I would also say along the lines of those Cache Odyssey stickers. Imagine how happy you would be if you got your own personalized swag made into stickers, but somebody else gifted that to you, like you didn't even know.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would
like if you have your own geocaching logo, like many people have, come with their own little logo or icons or whatever, but you get a whole, and stickers are cheap to make, right? Like you can get them in big bunches. Like many people can make them. They're not hard. It's not a hard process to do. You can order a bunch of them at one time, but I would love to get that for Christmas. then you have your cool swag to take out with you to put in caches and everything else. And it's personalized swag. And that's fun stuff, whatever you're saying is on it. That'd be a great gift to have and relatively cheap.
Yeah, especially if you get those from your caching friends too. I mean, that's
what I mean. Yeah, do them for somebody else. That'd be great.
You can buy also. People are thinking, oh, well, you have to buy the really expensive, like giant UV light type things. You can buy. This is a good example, and I can go find where I found them on Amazon or whatever. But you can buy them this small. Like if you just want to carry, if you're doing like you want to carry one in your geo bag, and you just need a small light that's UV, so you can like look at caches that are UV. This one has a UV pen, and has a UV light on top. They're
nice.
cheap. They're not very expensive at all. But stocking stuffer, man. These are great. So.
If you're FTF, you can sign the cache log in that UV pen.
You could.
It's really messing people.
Perfect.
Yeah. Use only for FTF purposes, that UV pen, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. You create a problem. What are you saying, John? Hey, I signed it. You could get your UV light out. You can tell I signed it.
That's right.
Yeah. One I got to throw out here we haven't talked about yet, but we talked about on a recent show a little while ago, NFC tags.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
super cheap.
Those are so cool. They're not high cost.
Yeah.
Share with your friends. I know, like Gary was like, "Hey John, can you send me some? Send him some in the card, through the mail." On that one.
You could do your own personalized video, wishing people a Merry Christmas or whatever.
Oh.
And you could then put it on the NFC tag, put it in a card, and send it to them. And you could go scan the NFC tag with your phone, because it works with either Android or iOS. Mm-hmm. And you give them a specialized video that you will always be with them on that card.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool things you can do.
They're cheap enough that you can do that, right? Like you can buy a whole pack. Yeah.
Yeah. Because how much is roughly, John, how much is a bag of NFC tags? Basically it comes in a bag.
I can't even remember. I want to say I think it was like 20 or less or something. I mean, it was around there. It was enough where you're just like, you know what? This dollar threshold, I'm gonna buy one and start playing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't even tell you how many of those I've given to other people, and they think those are the coolest things, because once they start to test them and start to use them with a free app on their phone, it's like, they're so fun. They're so cool.
And you can send them just blank, and people can use them in caches. I mean, I've used them in 2 different caches here in Greenville, and it's been great. People love it.
And don't forget throwdown containers. You need to buy those for your caching friends, right? No.
Okay.
Oh, I think those are on Memphis Mafia's holiday wish list. I don't think these are on everybody's holiday wish list.
Just give them a whole stack of them, because sometimes you want to throw 2 down just to make sure you get credit.
Well, we need to have a whole bag of them.
You're saying, Jesse?
Yeah, well, you don't always want to get out of your car for the cache. Sometimes you just want to throw it out the window.
Yeah, that wouldn't even get close enough. Let me throw another one. Throw another one over the shoulder.
Just to be safe, right? You don't want to be accused of cheating, so you want to make sure your signature's there.
Yeah, you don't want to be accused of lightly cheating. You want to be accused of very heavily cheating.
That's right. That's right. Cheating properly. Proper cheating.
A full cheat. You don't want to cheat yourself on the cheat. You want to do a full cheat.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, I mean, stocking stuff, there's so many different ways to do it, right? And it's like even on this one, like little nano caches. I mean, if it's like your typical nano, if it's like one of those that it's like a little toy with a bison tube, if it's like even a little ammo can. I mean, there's so many cool, smaller containers that you can give to people
I got one of those. Yeah, little ammo can. Somebody mentioned flashlight gloves. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Put where the flashlights on the gloves, so you can night cache.
Yeah, the headlamps are good too. They're pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, the headlamps are a great idea too.
I've got several of those.
Yeah, that's a perfect stocking stuffer for really any kind of swag. Those are perfect. Gosh, there's
there's so
nanos
many list of them.
Or as our Dakota friends would say, blinkies.
Blinkies.
I think it's a South Dakota or a North Dakota thing, but shout out to North Dakota and South Dakota. We love you guys.
Absolutely. I would say too on here too, like, if it's like using like logwork logs or right in the rain, because for people who've never used something like those,
perfect.
Yeah, I mean, and those can be like mind blowing to people who have no clue. I know my nephew, I just had him rip off a piece of right in the rain paper, take it to the sink, turn on the faucet, then put it on a paper towel and then just write on it. And his mind was blown that he could just write on it after putting it underneath the faucet on that one,
Yeah.
Such quality log too. Like, you don't come across those every day, but when you do, you're like, to me, it's almost favorite point worthy. It's so rare. Sometimes you're just like, I don't have to take this mush out and try to write on it.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
It's perfect. All right. Where else do we want to hit? I think we've covered a lot.
Well, there's a lot on our list, and everybody will be able to see those. We wanted to have a good exhaustive list. Because there's so many things we could touch on besides containers and, T-shirts and coins and all the stuff that's out there. I mean,
puzzle tools.
Yeah. I mean, there's books. You and I both written books. There's other books out there, how to puzzle cache. There's a lot of stuff out there for cachers, new and old. And you might as well take the opportunity for Christmas and get them something they really want, right?
Yep.
They want to go cash. They want.
Because I know that Tony mentioned earlier, way back early in the comments, he mentioned my book. But what I'll do is I will go through and I'll put Jesse's book and my book in the notes. So again, the show notes are always available, and we try to pack the notes with a lot of good information, so they're always available. If you go to geocachetalk.com, you'll find a link to the show notes. So definitely for all our shows. So definitely check that out, and I'll put links to all the books that have been published or that and that are available. That'll be added. I'll put that at the bottom there. So, all right. I think we're at an end.
Yeah, I would say the other thing is, yeah. Okay, go. The
no,
other
I was
thing
gonna say, you want to mention one more. We'll all mention one more, and then we'll wrap up.
So we've been kind of thinking about this from the current geocacher perspective, but don't forget that you probably have friends that are muggles. I don't know why you would, but you might have friends that are muggles. Make them into real friends. Make them into geocachers. You can always take somebody geocaching for Christmas. Like, hey, here's this thing I do. I want you to introduce somebody new to the hobby. What better gift can you give somebody than giving them their new sport, passion, obsession for the next however many years, right?
Oh, that's cool.
And just like taking them out for lunch, take them out, go find some new geocaches, introduce them to the world. Excuse me. And you may have given them the best gift. Imagine if somebody had gifted you geocaching instead of how you discovered it. That would be your best friend, right?
Be awesome.
They'd be like, I got the gift that wins. You couldn't pay them back enough for doing that for you.
Never.
So maybe that is one of the best gifts you can give somebody is teach them to geocache.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I got to bring something up too. Oh yeah. Go ahead, Gary.
I was going to say my last one, and I'll let you wrap up tonight. My last one will be Scott's, which was gift cards. Never underestimate the value of a really good gift card because they are it. For some people, they'll say, "Oh, that's a give up," but it's like, no, it's not a give up because there's places that it's like I wasn't sure which particular item to get you in this particular store, like an REI store or somewhere. You're like, but I'll give you. I wanted you to be able to walk into an REI and be able to, find something that you really liked.
Absolutely.
And so it's perfect because they get the exact item from that store and you provided it for them. So thank you, Scott.
Yes.
Go for it, John.
Yeah. So if you on here, comments I want to highlight in the chat too that I really appreciate on here. One of them is by my good friend K Blast. You could make your geocaching friend a reverse Where I Go Geo art, center it around their house in Florida, and launch it on Christmas Day.
That's
we're
just
done.
ridiculous.
No. I think and at least for me living up north, I really appreciate the cache hiders that publish caches during the months, during the holidays onto that one.
Yeah,
because sometimes, especially on that one, like when you get that new cache not too far away from you, you can go out and get, and it's winter friendly. That's a very cool thing to do on that side.
Even better. What if it's a tribute cache to that cacher?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That is a really cool thing.
Very good.
And a really good gift to do on that side. And one of the things, and I know for the holidays, there's so many different ways to talk about it. I want to give a shout out to Fishing Gal. Fishing Gal is actually hosting the Great Cache Container Exchange.
Ooh,
so December 7th, beautiful Western New York. She's putting together an event. So people are going to bring cache containers onto that one, wrap them up at the event like gifts, bring them, and it's like a gift exchange onto that one.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's a really cool thing. I love that idea. I can't wait to be a part of it. And, there's so many cool events you can do too on that one for your caching friends on that side. But I know I'm really excited to, put a caching container out there and, and then get one too, and then hide that. And that could be a really cool cache to acknowledge the person that gifted that as well too.
Absolutely.
So yeah, a lot of cool ways to do it. And another great comment by your best geocaching friend, a pineapple pizza. He'll love it.
Okay, that's enough of that. We're done with that. We're done with that pineapple pizza stuff. Oh, sorry. I'll bring you back. I'll bring you back. Go ahead.
I think I got kicked out there for a minute. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it was a network.
We lost connection to you, buddy. I don't know. I don't really know what happened there.
Yeah, maybe it's quite sure what we're having up north. It's crazy.
That internet connection is not good up there in Canada.
I think y'all are having a little problem up there.
Are you craving cheesy goodness? It's time for Pizza Talk. Whether you're at your local...
Oh, it's not. Stop it.
What?
Stop it.
Gary, you
Stop
said
it.
for the holidays. You said, oh, we're not spilling the beans on that quite yet. Okay, never mind.
No, we're not doing that yet.
Right.
We're not spilling the beans on All right. Good show, guys. Thank you. Great ideas. Again, they're in the chat room. They're in the show notes. I need to get off this podcast right now. I'm losing it. But thank you guys so much. Next week, we are going to spill the beans on more about the Geo Tours and Cache Odyssey. Everything you ever wanted to know, for the most part, about Cache Odyssey. It is epic. It is incredible. Never before done. We are breaking ground that's never been broken before, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, 6 Geo Tours.
Absolutely.
I know some people have had more than, I think Washington's had a few multi tours, but 6? I don't know.
Launch 6 at the same time?
Nah, 6 at the same
Across the
time is
nation?
pretty. Across the nation, no.
Accessible? Nah, we'll talk about that more.
That are all accessible. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's
going to be really cool.
It's a one of a kind moment
For sure.
that's going to occur. And we wanted to talk to you guys about it and give you the more information about that. And then don't forget, a week from Saturday, not Sunday, because we do Podcast of Hope now on Saturday, so that we can, since we're doing, we can actually get a little bit of sleep before work the next day for those that work. I don't know. You're probably on break. Are you on break, Jesse, on that week?
No, I won't be for that.
No, not yet. Okay. All right.
No.
But yeah, so Podcast of Hope, week from Saturday, next week's show, next Sunday's show, everything you ever wanted to know about Cache Odyssey, and we're gonna hopefully we'll have some guests on to help ring that in, and it'll be fun to talk about next week. So, all right. Get out there, buy some gifts for folks. We've got lots of holiday suggestions. They'll be in the show notes, and we will see all of y'all next Sunday. Good night, everybody.
Okay, take care, everybody.
May your finds be many, and your DNFs be few. May the terrain and difficulty both be less than 2. And whatever it is you're looking for, may it find its way to you. And may we all meet again.
Folks, we hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. Please email us your comment at geocachetalk@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The show can be found on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public, or Spotify, as well as at the Geocache Talk website. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below and ring that bell notification so that you can see and hear the show on a weekly basis. And tell your friends about the show. Get them involved with us in the chat room. And until next week, don't just talk about geocaching, go geocaching.